Hi there. Thank you so much for joining us on another edition of Jamaica Magazine. This next half hour is packed with informative content that is aimed to keep you and those around you safe and healthy. I'm Adrian Atkinson. The show begins right now.
Recover with integrity. Recover with integrity. We should all work together. One aim, one vision. In the fight against corruption, there is no division. United with the Integrity Commission. Let's stand up and make a healthy decision that we will not turn a blind eye. We will not lead secret lives. We will not accept no bribes. We will not push values aside.
A message from the Integrity Commission.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Monday, April 19, 2021. The Jamaican economy is showing signs of recovering from the fallout caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. This analysis from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin, is based on a review of the latest key indicators. Director General Carol Coy says this positive outlook stands even though the economy contracted by 8.3% for the October to December 2020 quarter relative to the corresponding period in 2019.
When compared to quarter 3 of 2020, however, the economy grew by 0.9%. And this was a continuation of what we saw when we had compared the third quarter with the second quarter of 2020. This would have happened because of the relaxation of some of the measures initiated since March 2020 to limit the spread of COVID-19.
Ms. Coy was addressing Statin's digital quarterly briefing last Thursday. The Director General said all except one of the 5 services industry subsectors contracted during the October to December 2020 review period. Producers of government services with a 0.2% outturn was the sole subsector recording growth. 2 of the 4 goods-producing industries, construction and mining and quarrying, grew by 6.3% each. Meanwhile, Statin is also reporting that Jamaica substantially reduced its import bill in the 2020 calendar year. The country reportedly spent $4.76 billion less on imports when compared to the previous year. This resulted from a 26.4% reduction in imports. According to Statin's Director General, Carol Coy, the decline was largely attributed to lower importation of fuel and lubricants, which fell by 48.8%, as well as raw materials and intermediate goods, which fell by 17.1%. Imports of consumer goods during 2020 declined by 14.2% over 2019. At the same time, exports amounted to $1.2 billion, a 26.4% decline when compared with 2019.
The decline in total exports was mainly influenced by a reduction in the exports of alumina, which fell by 39.8%, and mineral fuels, which fell by 36.1%.
Statin also reports that the rate of inflation, or the Consumer Price Index, rose by 1.1% in March.
The increase in the inflation rate was impacted by a 4.6% increase in the index for the Housing, Water, Electricity, Gas and Other Fuels division. The index of the heaviest weighted division, Food and Non-Alcoholic Beverages, rose by 0.2%, while the index for the Transport division increased by 0.5%.
In other news, Cabinet has given approval for a concept paper to advance the development of a national higher education policy framework for Jamaica. This was revealed by the Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Fable Williams, during the recent post-cabinet press briefing.
The approval for the higher education concept paper sets in motion the development of a national higher education policy which would streamline Jamaica's higher education sector to work in a cohesive and efficient manner, facilitating the achievement of the outcomes of Vision 2030.
She says the development of the policy would provide a direct and transparent channel of communication between higher education schools and other institutions in terms of skills development. To date, Jamaica has 3 universities, 5 community colleges, 6 teachers' colleges, 2 polytechnic colleges, and 4 workforce training institutions. The Jamaica Tourist Board, JTB, is to be the coordinating entity for the mandatory medical insurance coverage program for holders of foreign passports who are visiting Jamaica. Information Minister Favour Williams announced the Cabinet's approval recently.
The availability of medical insurance and emergency evacuation are important parameters for the resumption of international travel. Medical insurance coverage would provide visitors with confidence in destination Jamaica and protect the public health care system.
She says the JTB will also undertake a competitive bidding process to identify suitable providers of medical insurance and health logistics coverage for the holders of foreign passports who are visiting Jamaica. The Ministry of Agriculture has distributed approximately 400 backyard gardening kits to help persons grow their own supply of vegetables and herbs in small spaces. The ministry is looking to distribute 2,500 kits which contain assorted seeds, a seeding tray, mix, and fertilizer. During a handover ceremony at Twickenham Park last Thursday, Portfolio Minister Floyd Green said the project was important to the goal of ensuring food security, particularly during the coronavirus pandemic.
We want to encourage our people in urban spaces to do agriculture, to do gardening, to do containerized agriculture, and to really help us grow our sector.
The Agriculture Minister says response to the initiative has been overwhelming, with more than 7,000 applicants, mainly women and young people aged 26 to 49. Beneficiaries under the program will be monitored by the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, which will also be providing best practice tips on how to maximize yields. And finally, the Inter-Secondary School Sports Association, ISSA, has been given clearance to host the 2021 staging of the Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championship between May 11 and 15. ISSA President Keith Wellington confirmed the news Friday afternoon. He says 70% of the events will be contested as straight finals, while only the 100, 200, 400 and 800 meter races will be contested over rounds. The hours will also be modified, with the action on each day to be completed by 5:30 p.m. The ISSA Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Championships, or CHAMPS, held each year, is the largest Jamaican high school track and field meet. CHAMPS 2021 was initially set for March 23 to 27, but a spike in COVID-19 cases saw a tightening of movement across the island, causing the event to be postponed. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Behind us, you see some of the pan chicken men who have registered with ENS, who have been doing an excellent job and been supplying orders right throughout the St. James space. I mean, they've had hundreds of orders since the space has finished. We're very happy that they have been able to facilitate and continue business. It means a lot to them, it means a lot to their families, and it means a lot to us.
ENS, e-commerce national delivery solution.
Having our homes set ablaze due to negligence is possibly one of the worst feelings ever. During the COVID-19 pandemic, children are home and most of us are working from home. That presents more opportunities for accidents to occur. The Jamaica Fire Brigade is here to provide you with fire safety tips to keep you safe at home.
When you have more persons at home, we tend to get more fires. During this global pandemic, we have to remember the children are at home. It is extremely important to never leave them unattended. Make sure that Anything that is flammable is kept away from them. A lot more cooking is taking place because a lot more work from home is taking place. That has now become the norm. So be sure that you never leave your cooking unattended for any prolonged period. And when we say prolonged period, all of us will be mindful of whatever it is that we're cooking and the time it takes for boil over to take place. Boil over can actually start a fire. When boil over occurs, it is depleting the water which is in the pot. A part of what the water does is that it maintains temperature and it absorbs the heat that is coming up from the direct flames. So when the water continues to dry out, you're going to get to a point where all the water is gone. Then whatever it is in the pot, if it continues, those things can become what we call embers. So they'll now be set ablaze in the pot. If it's a situation where you're frying, then the temperatures will continue to rise. And we've seen situations of flambe which is in a controlled setting. However, if it's not in a controlled setting, what you're going to have is that the fire will start right there on the stove. If you're cooking, please ensure that as much as is possible, you're tending to what it is that you're cooking. And I must point out very quickly, if you get home and you feel tired, don't tell yourself that you're going to be putting this on and take a nap. Take a nap first and then go and cook. During this time when we're working from home, use the opportunity to get rid of all useless combustible material. We would have seen a ban on bags, plastic, single-use plastic bags. Remember, the term regulator means to regulate. The contents of your gas cylinder are under pressure. The regulator ensures that that pressure is taken down to a manageable level, and then the gas is fed to your appliance, in this case your stove. So if the regulator is malfunctioning, it can cause leaks. And once there's a leak and you have open flame, that is a recipe for disaster. We must also point out that we've seen instances in households where persons tend to have the stove below a window, and for some reason they have some nice decorative curtains. Of course, we do not recommend that. I want to use this opportunity to make a general appeal to all Jamaicans. First of all, you do not use sanitizers in your kitchens where there's open flame. A lot more devices are now requiring a lot more energy, so a lot more charging is taking place. A lot more devices might be plugged into plugs that would not have been accommodating this much load. Never ever overload electrical circuits or the sockets. We have to be mindful of the fact that overloading will cause a fire. One of the sure ways to start a fire is by going with the extension cords, those little brown and white extension cords. Those extension cords are not meant to carry any amount of load. It is best if you get a surge protector for all your appliances. The surge protector will, as the name suggests, take a surge in electricity and it will break the circuit to ensure that you are not starting a fire. So it is extremely important to ensure that you're purchasing the right tools for the job at hand. Once they are not in use, plug them out. And it saves on energy as well, because these devices take energy to keep them going, and for the energy to actually get to them, it must pass through the cords that you're using. And I want to point out for you very quickly as well, never ever use extension cords on appliances that have very short cords. There's a reason the manufacturer make your blender with a very short cord. It's because they want them plugged directly into the socket and not into an extension cord, because they pull a lot of energy very, very quickly, and the extension cords might not be able to supply that amount of energy. And one of the ways to know if your extension cord is under pressure, is by feeling the temperature of it. So you can use the back of your hand. If the extension cord is warm, it is sending a message to you. One of the last things I want to leave you with, as an organization, the Jamaica Fire Brigade is open and available at all times. If it is that you have any kind of questions, feel free to call us. Feel free to go into any one of our fire stations, ask for information, ask for safety tips, and we will accommodate you. And remember, in the event of a fire, the numbers to call is your nearest fire station, or 110 or 112.
Concerned about uncollected garbage at home? Do you see garbage piling up on the streets? Then report it. Use the National Solid Waste Management Authority's mobile app to report instances of littering, illegal dumping, and uncollected garbage. From anywhere and at any time, be an environment warden by informing the authority of unsightly solid waste. You will be notified when your report has been received by the NSWMA, as well as when the matter is resolved. Download the app from the iOS or Android app stores by typing in NSWMA. Play your part, as Jamaica's beauty is everybody's duty.
Our bodies need nutrients to function properly and to operate at optimum. With the COVID-19 pandemic still among us, it's important to ensure that we are doing all that we can to remain healthy. Want to learn more? Take a look.
Eating healthy by having a balanced diet consisting of items from all the food groups and consuming the right portions is important to get the nutrients vital for disease prevention, growth, and good health. Essential nutrients are building blocks for the cells that make up the body, from bone to muscle, skin, and hair. One of the most critical ones is protein, which is made up of different amino acids, some of which the body can make on its own. We need a variety of proteins to function properly, many of which can only come from the foods we eat. Meats, fish, and eggs are essential sources from animals, while plant sources include beans, nuts, and some grains. How much protein you need daily depends on a variety of factors, including how active you are and your age. Carbohydrates are the main nutrients for fueling the body's energy needs, especially our central nervous system and brain. They help protect against diseases, but some carbohydrates are healthier than others. Some healthy sources include your fresh produce, such as yam, banana, breadfruit, and tubers, as well as whole grains, fiber-rich vegetables, and fruits. Less healthy sources include refined grains and products with added sugar. Fats often get a bad rap, but it's important to know that healthy fats are essential to our body's function. Fats aid in vitamin and mineral absorption, blood clotting, building cells, and muscle movement. Fats are high in calories, which is a measure of energy from foods, but the World Health Organization recommends keeping daily calorie intake from fat at under 30%. Including healthy fats, which are the unsaturated fats in your diet, can help balance blood sugar, decrease the risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes, and improve brain function. Healthy fats are also powerful anti-inflammatories and can lower the risk for arthritis, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Some of the well-known unsaturated fats are the omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Sources of these healthy fats include fish, seeds, nuts, and vegetable oils, olive, avocado, and flax seeds. Trans fats are to be avoided, and we should also limit our intake of saturated fats, of which the main sources are animal-based and include butter, cheese, red meat, and ice cream. Vitamins are organic compounds essential for normal growth and are required in small quantities. There are 13 essential vitamins that the body needs, and these help lower the risk of diseases such as lung and prostate cancer. Vitamin A supports healthy vision, skin, and bones. Powerful antioxidants like vitamin C boost the immune system and helps the body heal. Eating a varied and well-balanced diet of fruits and vegetables should supply the body with the required vitamins. Minerals are also important nutrients needed for building strong bones and teeth. They help with regulating our body's metabolism and keeping us properly hydrated. The mineral calcium strengthens bones and teeth and helps with nerve signal transmission. It also helps to maintain healthy blood pressure and with muscle contraction and relaxation. Iron supports red blood cells and hormone creation, while the mineral zinc boosts the immune system and wound healing. The body also needs water, which improves brain function and mood, and acts as a shock absorber and lubricant in the body. Water also flushes our toxins, carries nutrients to cells, hydrates the body, and prevents constipation. Even mild dehydration can make us feel tired and impair concentration and physical performance. In addition to drinking water, we can hydrate ourselves by eating fruits and vegetables such as spinach and watermelon. Start treating your body right. As you grab your next meal, make sure you're getting all the nutrients needed in their right proportion.
What is a screen reader?
A screen reader is a piece of assistive technology that captures information from your screen and converts it to speech or as braille on a braille display.
Are there different types of screen readers?
So for the Windows-based computers, there are 3 types of screen readers that are used. There's the most famous one, JAWS, Job Access with Speech. There is NVDA, that means non-visual desktop access. And there is Narrator that is built into Windows. So for this demonstration, I'll be using JAWS. And if JAWS is already installed on your system, all you need to do is go to your desktop, press J for JAWS and press enter, and it will announce that it has been loaded. Right, so I'll be also using Microsoft Word to demonstrate how we type and how the screen reader works with us when we're typing. So I am now going to go ahead and type something, and you will hear the screen reader reading what I type, letter for letter.
I. Space F Y space F A F E space I S space spelling error A F I O N.
Right, and if I want to hear what I type, I use the arrow keys on the keyboard, and it will tell me what I type.
Hi, my name is Damien.
Hi, my name is Damien. And that was what I typed. So this is how the screen reader works, along with Microsoft Word and any other program that we use on the computer. Also, for our mobile devices, yes, they too also have screen readers. So for the iOS, there's one called VoiceOver. And on the Android-based system, there is Google Talkback, and Samsung also has their own screen reader that is called Voice Assistant. So for this demonstration, I'll be using Google Talkback on a mobile phone. And how the screen reader works is if I put my finger anywhere on the screen and there's an icon there, then the screen reader will announce that icon. Let's try this.
Chrome. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press. Actions available. Use swipe up then right to view.
Okay, so the icon that I touched was Chrome. And after it mentioned that I touched Chrome, it gave me some actions that I could carry out. So if I double tap, it would have opened Chrome. And it also gave me some other actions that I could carry out if I wanted to.
Where can screen readers be accessed?
Well, for the computer, you can purchase JAWS. It's quite expensive. It's about $1,200 US for the package. You can purchase it from Freedom Scientific. Also, for the mobile devices, once you purchase the device, the screen reader comes built into the device. So all you have to do is go into the accessibility settings and turn it on.
What is a white cane?
A white cane is a device that is used by both blind and visually impaired persons to navigate their way in any open space. How the white cane works is that you extend the hand with the cane out in front of you, and while walking, it will pick up surfaces and obstacles that may be in the way.
Where can white canes be accessed?
If you're blind, you can purchase a white cane at the Jamaica Society for the Blind for $3,000.
What is a prosthesis?
A prosthesis is a device used to replace a lost limb.
Are there different types of prosthesis?
Some of the different types of prosthesis would be upper limb, below knee, and above knee. This is an example of an above knee prosthesis. The components here, socket, a liner that goes in here, which is this part, a flexible knee, stainless steel titanium pylon, a foot shell, carbon fiber blade. Those are the components for a prosthesis, above knee. Yes? I'm going to show you what below knee prosthesis is. Here we are. Again, this is your liner, which fits onto your stump. This is the below knee. Fits onto the stump, fits into the socket, which is this. Pylon, carbon fiber shell.
Tips to care for your prosthesis.
Normal cleaning tips to take care of the prosthesis would be cleaning it with a non-abrasive cleaner, such as a hand soap. And that's basically what it is. Normal adjustments and things like that will be done by our prosthetic technician at the clinic. The other part of it is easy. It's a snap in, snap out, and he's going to show you how he takes it off. So go ahead, take it off. Comes off. This is your leg. Puts it back on. Locks into place. It's good to go.
Where can I get more information or help?
More information can be had at the Surgex Prosthetic Clinic at the Sir John Golding Rehab Center, Mona, Kingston.
A production of the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, a department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
We have reached the end of another informative program. I hope you have learned a thing or two. To stay in the know, be sure to follow us on all the major social media platforms and visit our website, gis.gov.jm. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Until next time, do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.